To begin, let's briefly consider Jehovah's view of married and single Christians. One thing we love about our God is that Jehovah is not partial. Regardless of a person's nationality or skin color, anyone who wishes can serve him acceptably. Jehovah's impartiality also means that he does not favor married or single Christians one over the other. Should those in the congregation feel the need to ask single Christians why they are not married, or to offer help to find a mate? When we reason on Jehovah's thinking as found in the Scriptures, we know the answer to that question. We do not need to ask single ones when they are getting married, nor do we need to pair them up with other single ones if they have not requested our help. Instead, we should look for ways to commend them for their fine example and assure them that we love and appreciate them.
We're watching Joel Dellinger, or Mini-Let, as I like to call him, because he does remind me of Stephen Lett with his insincere, exaggerated style of speech, almost like he's viewing Stephen Lett as some kind of role model. Anyway, Joel is a helper to the service committee, and he is taking the symposium item, Successful Fighters for the Faith, Single Christians. He spends quite a bit of the introduction of his talk trying to convince the audience that God doesn't prefer being single over being married. In other words, God doesn't have a bias either way. I would have thought that was fairly self-evident if you're a believer. I don't know why that's an argument he really needs to explain in any great detail. But in making this argument, he says something interesting.
One thing we love about our God is that Jehovah is not partial. Regardless of a person's nationality or skin color, anyone who wishes can serve him acceptably.
It's interesting that Joel Dellinger should say that, because while it's true that Jehovah's Witnesses are conspicuously not racist, they do encourage anyone from any country or from any ethnic background to be recruited into the organization. They're very keen on getting everybody, regardless of their skin color. I'm not completely sure that Jehovah, if Jehovah is directing the organization, that Jehovah is not partial regarding any person's nationality or skin color, because we are at the halfway mark so far. I mean, Saturday morning is halfway through a 3-day convention, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're at the halfway mark, and I've gone back through the program, including today's program, to see who's been assigned all the different parts on the convention. 22 of the speakers were white men, and already, if you think about it, that's partial. Apparently God prefers men to women, so he's not completely impartial, is he? He's apparently very partial towards dudes and not so partial towards women. But there were 22 of these speakers. 22 out of the 25 speakers were white, and only 3 were persons of colour. Ralph Walls, Samuel Hurd, and William Turner. The Black Trinity, basically. Those are the only persons of colour on the programme. Everyone else is white. So what does that tell us about the organisation? Again, I feel the organisation is conspicuously not racist when it comes to wanting to attract ordinary rank-and-file followers. But as you work your way up the ladder, surely it becomes obvious that there is at least some preference for white dudes. If I'm wrong, how can it be that out of 25 of these men, only 3 are persons of colour? If Jehovah really is in charge of this organisation, and if Jehovah is impartial, he's got an interesting way of showing it.